Hey guys, it's Jennie with the Wolek Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm here with a guy you probably know, and if not, you should. This is Bob Lucido. I am so grateful for you, Bob. You know, this video interview has been about 3-4 years in the making now. I think we've run into each other at events, and you say that you'll do one with me, and today we've made it happen. So I'm so excited to get to pick your brain on mega mindset to build a mega business and mega super success that you've built. So for those who may not know you, Bob, why don't you share who you are and what you've been doing all these years?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to be here. Thank you, Jennie, for the invitation. And I've followed you for many years, and your enthusiasm and passion. And I would tell people, you got to watch this lady's video. She does them as she's driving in the car, and she's so excited and passionate about what she's doing that you attract people to you. So I was really more of a fan of yours than you were of mine early on, because I love what you're doing, and you're a great teacher and motivator. So your team and your people around you are fortunate to have you. Thank you for speaking with our group recently. They were really inspired and loved what you did. So you really made a difference.
Wow. Thank you.
I'm honored to be here with everybody. Is this volume okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Would you turn up just one more? I just want to make sure it's loud enough. Pat, who's our awesome video guy, who's really on top of things, is going to, if I touch anything, I will normally, okay. There we go. So good afternoon, everybody. And my goal today is just to share with you some information to help you take your business to another level. I want you to be impressed with you and what you're doing. And what we've been doing over our journey has been a lot of highs and lows and constant learning. Just briefly, I'm 62 years old. I've been in the business since I was 18. I never thought I was going to be one of you all. For years, I did just new home sales, new homes and land. We had a new home sales company with 300 people representing builders in 16 states, and never sold a resale to 2008. But for those of you that were around in 2008, the market was not kind. And a lot of our builders went out of business. We had offices in 16 states. We were selling 3,000 houses a year. Things were great, and 1,000 lots. Things were so exciting, but then the market collapsed. So you want to take some notes here. Rule number one is you always watch your leading indicators. My partners at that company were so excited because of the cash flow was coming in from new home sales, but they were sales we made a year ago. They weren't watching our new sales in the pipeline. They were only watching what was settling now. So you got to keep planting your seeds and growing the business. So long story short, the collapse of 2008 took my builders out of business. I was representing about 100 builders. So we closed the doors, a very humbling experience. So my wife, Tracy, and I started the Bob Lucido Team in 2008. And we just picked up the phone and called Remax and said, can we come talk to you? We really didn't know what we were doing. We were fumbling and making lots of mistakes. So I wish somebody on this call had called me and asked me to join Keller Williams, because it would have saved a lot of learning and a lot of mistakes. So we started the Bob Lucido Team. We were with Remax for about, I think it's 5 or 6 years. And we did well. And on our team, by the way, we have my wife, who's a co-founder and does an awesome job. I get a lot of credit, far too much credit. It's really a team effort. Tracy, I might have pictures on the sign, but she's very integral. My daughter's our director of marketing. My son, Robert, serves so many different roles in the company. And it's really a team effort. We have a really strong team. Pat, our lead video guy right here, does an incredible job. So it's not just me. So Tracy and I and the team, we built up to about 40 people. We were with Remax, and we were doing about 250 million in 2014. And that's when we came over to Keller Williams. And I really should have come sooner. So the next 4 years, we had a pretty explosive growth. We went from 246 to 850 million. And those numbers are impressive, but really, we've made a lot of mistakes. And one of them is, you want to write this down, everybody, is we should have hired a coach sooner and followed the red book and gotten more coaching early on because we worked hard, not smart. We grow top line. In fact, I just sent Gary an email. I was communicating with him over the last 2 days. And I sent him an email. I said, we grow top line, I think, better than anybody on the planet. But we really didn't have our systems and processes in place. So we were operating not as effectively as we should have. So we got a coach about 18 months ago, and that's been a game changer. So we now have much more better processes, much more efficient operation. We're still growing top line, but we're more focused on the bottom line now and on our systems and processes. And we have a really exciting group. And our hub here in Maryland, we probably have about 90 agents and about four expansion team offices, 4 offices here in Maryland. And then we have expansion teams in different parts of the country, Florida, California, Toronto, Delaware. We have some awesome expansion people. By the way, we expanded way too quickly. We were in 27 cities in 6 months, but again, we did it wrong.
Yeah.
So I could write a book on how not to do it, and then here's how you do it and do it faster and better. Yeah. So I was just thanking Gary for his counsel because our team, I think we're really on a great path right now, but it came from, trial and error. And I'm going to encourage you all that, I always tell everybody that what we do isn't extraordinary. We just do extraordinary things on a regular basis. We're very basic, and that whatever success we've had, you can have it too. But don't be afraid to fail. We're failing all the time. It's okay, but we're failing correctly and moving forward. We got a better path. So now we're here in 2020, and never thought this back in March, but we're gonna have our best year ever. Right. And we're growing and learning and having fun, but what's on the horizon, we're not sure. Everybody, there's uncertainty ahead of us. So you've got to reserve your cash. You've got to keep planting the seeds. You've got to keep working harder than ever because the market is much different now.
Bob, I learned so much and heard so much from that introduction period because, you're reminding all of us that success is simple and it's failing forward and it's doing the basics, and you really give credit to those around you because, as Gary says, no one succeeds alone, and the importance of a coach. And I appreciate all that. And I really want to know, though, what is the secret in your mindset and your motivation to have even allowed you to dream so big, to have gotten to where you are today?
It's a great question. First off, I am very basic, and I always tell people, I wasn't this. I went to a very public high school right up the street here. I always say I got a 4.0, a 2.0 in junior year and a 2.0 in senior year combined. So, I went to college, but I sold real estate going through school. To me, this is like baseball. This is a sport. And I'm competitive, and I like to play the game. And if you're going to play the game, you might as well play to win. So like a good athlete, and our family is full of athletes, and you have to train to be the best. You have to train. And to me, like being on Gary's call a couple of days ago, I see so many people and hear different things. So it challenges me to be our best. So I encourage you all to challenge yourself to be the best you can be. A friend of mine got on the plane and met Evander Holyfield once. Asked him one question: what makes you the greatest fighter in the world? And Evander Holyfield said, I focus more on making me the best that I can be than I do on my competition. So I'm going to encourage all of you here, what are you doing that's going to make you better? I'm different than any other top agent you'll speak to in the country in that I'm still in the field. I'll do an open house this Sunday. I'll knock on doors this afternoon. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. I enjoy it. I make it a game. So I make it fun. Your specific question was mindset. I would just say that I have a passion to help others, my clients, our team. Now I have a new passion. My family is working together with us, and it's fun working and seeing this grow and seeing all of our other partners succeed. So to me, coaching and helping others succeed. Zig Ziglar has a great quote: you can get whatever you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. So my mindset now is I want to create teams around the world and then travel around the world for Tracy and coach these people and then have some vacation time and blend it all together. So my mindset is you're either alive and growing, you're dead and dying, and I am passionate about what we're doing. And I'm not content with status quo. I'm always trying to get better like Gary does.
So I have met you in person. I feel your energy and your enthusiasm. And, you know, you've been in this business for so long, it can beat you up. And there are many agents out there who are grinding it every day, doing what you're telling them to do and working really hard. And it's still just really tough. I mean, what do you say to your agents, your team, when they're just down on it? Because it's a tough profession, really.
No, you're 100% right, Jenny. And you all have to be your own cheerleaders. And number one, what books are you reading? What tapes are you listening to? Who are you surrounding yourself with? You know, I get motivated if I see your video. You got to surround yourself with winners because you're going to get down. Guys, I want you to know something. Tracy and I, just ourselves, will do 130 million this year, let's say. I was on a roll last week and early this week. Last 3 days, I get listings. I'm like, what's going on here? But all now of a sudden, I've got 2 tomorrow. You got to constantly be cheering yourself up and learning and getting better. You can't be putting yourself down. Don't surround yourself with negative people. You have to believe in yourself, stick to the basics. And whenever I find myself in a slowdown, and we all get there, so don't think I'm anybody special. I just do things more persistently and consistently probably than any of you, because I won't let failure stand in my way. I don't see it as a failure. I see it as an opportunity to get better. I've had it expires and I knock on the door and they shut the door. I mean, I've had that. Just get over it. Keep your eyes on the prize. What is it that you're really looking forward to? And I won't let those hurdles get in the way. But surrounding yourself with positive people, motivating, competing. This is a competitive, we're in a Shark Tank, guys. And I told this to several of my family years ago. If you get in this business, it'll make you hard, unfortunately, because of the challenges you encounter every day. So trying to keep yourself in a positive environment and uplifting is really important. You got to create that. Gary says the number one thing for success is mindset. You have to have the right mindset. And believe me, I get frustrated with sellers. I get frustrated this guy is cheap and this guy's doing. But you got to control yourself, and you have to have people that will help you, put you in place to say, hey, look, calm down. So you need a good team around you. I believe, I told people this all the time when I speak around the country. Number one, I would suggest you join Keller Williams. Number two, join a great team or create your own awesome team. You know, I went to the gym earlier, and when I work out at home, I don't get as much of a workout, but when I work out at the gym, there's other people there, and I see these younger guys. I'm like, I can do what they're doing. I said, you got that internal mechanism. You've got to be spirited. You got to want it bad enough. And if you don't want it bad enough, either get out of the business or find your dream board of what you really want. What turns you on? It might be sending your kids to college. It might be a new car. It might be a retirement plan. It might be donating money to a worthwhile charity. But you've got to have your vision board. You got to have what you're looking for.
I was going to go there with you, and you just went there all by yourself. Is you have to have something that's pulling you in that direction to stick with it, to keep going, to get up the next day and do your very best. You know, Bob, I noticed this about you one time. You were on a panel at a mastermind. You were a panelist, and all the panelists were being asked questions, and someone else was giving a response, and you pull out your little notebook and you start taking notes. And I'm just going to say, you're this, you know, many people look at you as, oh, he's already got it all figured out. Look at his business. He's number one, this and that, sells all these houses. And you're still taking notes. You got it on you there? You got a pen and paper nearby?
Two things. Always be, I'm very humble but hungry. If you're ever see me in a seminar, I'll be the one taking the most notes. And it's not just taking the notes, but it's then putting it to action. So I never go anywhere without a yellow pad. Everybody knows that. In fact, when I interview people, I say, you're making me nervous. They go, what do you mean? I'm like, you're not writing anything down. You have a piece of paper. So I give them a gift. Now, somebody gave me this 25 years ago. She was actually my partner, Pam, in my new home company. This is probably one of the best gifts I've ever received in my life.
That's what it was. Yep.
And I have made more notes and made more deals with this right here. I've got my business cards in here, but I have these notepads where I don't miss a number and I write everything down because I'm there to learn, get better, and to remember people's names or to remember their phone numbers.
Right. So never stop learning is the message there.
Never stop learning. Tony Robbins has a great quote, CANI, constant and never-ending improvement. You're on this journey, we're here for a certain amount of time, and you might as well, I see my friends or some relatives that are retired, I'm like, do I want to do that? I'm like, that doesn't inspire me. Every now and then when I see that they're vacationing more than me, I'm like, I'd like to do that. But the other 350 days, I'm like, I don't want to do that. This to me is a game. And if I can help people, and if I can do this, and I'm competing and we're making it fun. When we started the business, Jennie, we never had a goal to be number one. Never. Tracy and I set out and we said our number one goal was to be the most respected team on the planet. Number two, for everybody on the team to have fun. And for three, for everybody on the team, including our front office managers, been with me 30 years, for everybody to make money. If we can do that, we would have accomplished our goals, and being number one is a byproduct of that.
So Bob, what does your daily schedule look like? I want to hear it all. Well, not all, but
It varies. I've always been an early riser. Life has changed, and I have late appointments now, so sometimes I'll get up later. But normally, in my new home days, I got up between 3:30 and 4:30, and I worked out of the office for 3 hours in the morning. And I never touch a piece of paper after 9 o'clock in the morning. So number one is I don't get caught up in busy work and emails through the day because they're time wasters. My whole day is focused on appointment setting and meeting people.
Wow.
Show me your calendar and I'll show you how much money you're going to make. It's all about how many appointments can you set and how many people are you going to meet. I went to a seminar when I was 18, and Tom Hopkins was the trainer. I don't know if you know Tom Hopkins, but he was awesome. And somebody came up at the end of the seminar and said, Tom, you wasted all of our time. We could have been done in 10 minutes. Everybody, it was like 5,000 people, and I'd spent my $39 to be there. He drew this on the board. He says, Tom, this is the key to success. And everybody was like shocked, like, what is that? What is that? Well, he said, Tom, the key is this. If you go face to face, their belly buttons, belly to belly with 5 to 10 people a day, you'd be a multimillionaire. Well, this was simplified at the age of 18 and resonated with me. Gary Keller put it on the big board at family reunion last year and said, if you have, how many appointments? If you have 9 appointments a week, you'd be a millionaire.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what you want to do, and this is what I'm focused on. So in the morning, I wake up early, between 5 and 6. If I have a late appointments, I get home a lot of times. It's 11:30 at night. I'll work out of the house in the morning, doing my work and emails. So I'll email you early in the morning. Then I go exercise, and then I come in the office, do lead generation. Then I'm a lot of on Zoom calls. But I'm setting up appointments, and I'm on appointments. My goal is to be on appointments all day long and in the evenings. And that's my passion, is setting appointments and meeting people and being out there. If I'm not setting appointments, and I'm not in somebody's living room. And by the way, yesterday I did an appointment, and I know I won't list it for 2 years. She called me and said, Bob, I've referred you to 2 people in the neighborhood. I love what you're doing, but I'm not selling for 3 years. But I'd like to know, should I fix my bathroom? I went over to her house. I said, let me give you some tips. I'm going to send my stager over to you. I'm giving her tons of value. Going to put her in our database and going to call her once a year. Not going to let her forget about me. But I made an appointment for down the road to get an appointment. But how many people are you meeting, people on this call? How many people are you meeting a day? If you do this, if you're not closing then you have a closing issue. But right now, what you want to do is get a face-to-face. So many people say, I'll text that person, I'll email, I'll do this. You're in the sales business. Go meet people. The easiest thing to get rid of is a letter. The second easiest thing to get rid of is a phone call. The hardest thing to get rid of is a body.
Right.
So that's why I don't contact really expireds. I go knock on their doors.
Right. Well, it's a lot harder to be mean to somebody or tell someone no face to face.
Yes, you got that right.
Right.
So I would encourage everybody on this call, one, read the Miracle Morning, incredible book and system. Two, get up earlier. Force yourself to get up early. You'll be tired at the beginning, but once you get into a habit, you don't even need an alarm clock. It just happens. Set your pattern as to what works for you. And I found a rhythm that works for me. And I was on stage once with another top agent, and I loved this person's response. They said, "What's your best lead generation tool?" And I was thinking, well, Facebook, social media, signs, movie theaters, what do we already do? This person said, it's the one that you're committed to doing every day on a regular basis and that you believe in. Whatever it is, it's the one you're going to do. So commit to your program and do it on a regular basis that makes sense for you. But so many people want success. I'm not sure enough people want it badly enough. I want it badly. I want to serve and I want to achieve greatness and help my other people achieve greatness. That turns me on. There's 5 things that we look for. I'm jumping around a little bit, but I know you got 30 minutes.
We're good.
Is this okay?
Oh, yeah.
Is this okay? I'm not.
You got it. Go.
There's 5 things that we look. There's 5 things that we look for when we want to hire somebody or have somebody to join our team. Encourage you all to look for something similar. Number 1 is integrity. If the person's a crook or they don't share the same values, we don't have anything to do with them. Number 2, are they a team player? I come from a sports background, was partners with Cal Ripken. Cal said, the most important thing is not my streak. When he was trying to beat it, he said, it's all about the team. Number 3, are they coachable? They're a know-it-all. I don't want that kind of environment in the company. If I'm going to learn, why can't you learn? Number 4, do they have a servant's heart? You look at Ritz-Carlton, Lexus, Nordstrom, some of the greatest companies, they're the greatest servers. Because that's all we are. I may wear a nice suit, but I'm just a servant. I'm a servant. And number 5 is really important. And I told this to my kids. They all have great college educations, and I just went to some local school. I said, your education is very important, but if you don't have drive or passion, it's not worth, you're not going to succeed in life. The world's full of lazy, smart people. The 5th thing I look for is, do they have the tiger in the eye? Do they have the passion? Do they really want it? And I can show you people in our company who are wildly successful, and I can tell you it's because they never quit, and they're relentless, and they're passionate about what they do.
Wow, you've shared so many good nuggets. I know that everyone watching is going to take so many amazing notes, and thank you for your time and your wisdom, because it's just a good reminder for us to see that you don't get just to a point where you've arrived and you stop putting in the time, the energy, the effort. You have that grit, you're hungry, you're humble, and you're smart when it comes to being a business owner and staying focused on what matters most. And it's very clear to you, what matters most to you is helping those around you and adding value.
Well, thank you. That is it. And I'll say it to everybody here. You should never put yourself down. Always build yourself up. But I've never considered myself special. I'm just considered myself somebody, the hardest working person in the room. And I try to solicit people like yourself. What works? I want to know your secrets, Jennie. I want to know what you're doing, because I want to add a couple items to my to-do list of what I can do to be better. I have this quest, and my wife will tell you, I read, I love reading success stories. I want to know how that person made it. Gary gave me this book, and it's the best book I think I've ever read. I couldn't put it down. Every morning I wake up, I couldn't wait to start reading it. It's called Pizza Tiger. It was the Domino's, Tom Moynihan, the founder of Domino's. That guy had so much failure. And the story of that, and if you think you have failure, what you have to do, I was having challenges at the time, and that's why I called Gary. I wasn't happy. He said, Bob, I'm going to send you this book. In fact, I just bought it for you. It'll be in your mailbox tomorrow. So he sent me this book. I love to know that other people, misery does love company. I love that that guy failed, but here's how he got over it. So I used some of the things that he was doing to help overcome some of my challenges.
I love that. So now everybody has a new book that they can go buy and start reading. I love it.
Pizza Tiger.
Love it.
Anyway, I'm here for you. You tell me what other questions you have for me.
I just am so grateful for your time. I love it, and it's true because I watched one of your videos. So you guys are tapping into and utilizing video these days. Lauren's video was awesome that I sent it to a team member of ours so that we can rip off and duplicate you guys. So that's what we do with this company is we share all of our secrets. We share all of our systems because we do care about everyone. The more that we share and grow, the better we show up in our communities as professionals and we earn respect from those around us. So any final words do you have for those who may watch and just want to kind of know how to keep going during this interesting time?
Well, first off, I'll say one of the keys to success is you, Jennie. Your smile, your enthusiasm, your passion comes through, and that's why you have so many followers and people that are watching your videos. I mean that. And other people around you should try to emulate. People want to be around not just a winner's locker room, but somebody that's enthusiastic and uplifting. So my closing thoughts to everybody is, number one, believe in yourself. You can do this. Don't put barriers on you. Other people will put barriers on you. Don't do that. Don't put barriers on yourself. Number two, believe in you, but just like a good athlete, are you reading? Are you going to seminars? Are you doing the basics? Are you trying to improve and be better? Number three, what is your business plan? Have you got an accountability group? Are people helping you? Number four, what actions are you going to take today? And I'm going to encourage you to take a couple actions. Cody Gibson, I went to one of his seminars. I learned many things. I love Cody. But the one thing I got out of it, you ready for this? And he's helped me make about $1 million, by the way. He doesn't know it yet. I should give him a call and thank him. This one tip. Every night on the way home, stop by an expired. That was on one of his 30 tips to 30 sales in 30 days. And I said, something, I can do that. I can do that. So I implement just little things into my program every day, but I do it on a consistent basis.
I love it.
Just tap into KW, read the Red Book over and over again, get a coach, believe in yourself, take massive action, and you can do this. You can do this.
Bob, what's the best way for people to find you if they have a referral for one of your many areas that you serve?
Well, thank you for asking. By the way, two things. We're always looking for referrals in our network. And also, number two, we're always looking to grow our teams around the country, and we're in Toronto. We're looking for outstanding talent like yourself, Jennie, and like many of the people on this call. If you would like to have a conversation about being a partner, we'd love to have a conversation with you. You can contact me at bob@boblucidoteam.com, or I know Lauren would tell me this. What is the best? LucidoDifference.com is our website. And you can call the office. Area code 410-465-6900. And just remember, you can do this. If I can get to 150 million, you can do it, and you can. And I'd like to help you be number 2 in the world.
I was gonna say, right behind you. I love it. Thank you, Bob, for your time. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you real soon.
Thank you, Jennie.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Bye now.